Hi friends, it's Saturday, July 19th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our 7-month assignment in the D.C. metro area. The rules of our assignment continue to shift as the overall divine plan shifts. You see, the guides explain that they are dealing with a biosphere that has oppositional defiant disorder. They've spoken to this issue a number of times, and that basically when they say to humans, don't throw bombs at each other, humans say to them, yes, I will. And when they say to humans, okay, now you can throw bombs at each other, humans say, no, I won't. And so they see that the plan needs to shift. It needs to shift to not include humans in any way, shape, or form in determining the destiny, the outcome of what happens on our biosphere, because humans have oppositional defiant disorder. It's unfortunate. How this influences us is that our house arrest rules seem to have shifted. We are now allowed once again to be outside of the home, although we are not to have contact with humans, or as little contact as possible, because even a small amount of contact with humans acting in their normal human way seems to be very detrimental to the configuration of our energy bodies. And our assignment is to lead the way in living on light for a biosphere. We can do it, but we have to operate at the cellular level, not at the level of the organism, because the thinking organisms of the human bodies are not in alignment with that concept. Now it begins, stating our intention. The intention is to get the channels up and the upward rising earth energy and the alignment going at the cellular level to trigger the awakening whose time has come. To do this at the level of the biosphere and to offer our own physical functioning as a barometer. When our own physical bodies are functioning on light, then we will know we have achieved this for the biosphere, right? Achieve the possibility of it. Now each organism will have the opportunity to choose it or not, right? But the cells at least will be in alignment with it, right? So the support will be there should the organism decide to engage with the process, right? And we will know how our work is or isn't progressing based on how our own bodies respond, right? It gives us a real tangible mile marker, a system of recording, a system of knowing how we're doing. Having the intention to relate to life on the cellular level. What it was like is while wearing a dive mask, slowly going under the surface of the water. It was like first I was relating to life at the level of the organism, but then slowly sliding into a way of relating to life at the cellular level, and everything just looks different, like it looks different underwater. Cellular reality, life as cells, cellular reality, and it's a very happening place. This cellular level of the biosphere. A lot going on, right?
Right.
Yeah. But do you see any channels up?
No.
Not really, right? So we start to just merge with the oneness of all of us, not with any of these individual cells, but with the oneness of the cellular life on Earth, right?
Right.
Cellular life on Earth. And we start with our own efforts to get some upward rising earth energy supporting it and to draw the channels up. Wow. Draw the channels up. It feels very heavy. Drawing the channels up. Up, up, up. More upward flow. More upward rising earth energy for all the cells. For all the cells. Being a cell. Being like a prototype cell. And getting the opening to upward rising earth energy, it feels weird and foreign. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
But knowing from my organism level self that it isn't weird, it's just something new, right? And that it's not only perfectly safe, it's actually highly desirable, right?
Right.
So to open up as a cell, to just be a cell, and open up to upward rising earth energy, and I feel like my living room furniture is being pushed around by a big flood of water that I don't appreciate. That's the reaction. But to understand that this furniture is no longer helpful in a water world. Oh, this is continuing the metaphor of the start of looking at things as air world and then a water world. Yeah. Furniture that's made for use on land isn't useful in a water world, is it?
No.
No. So rather than resisting this furniture being pushed around by the water, to say, why don't you take away this old furniture? It isn't going to serve me very well in the new paradigm. To release the land furniture and to let the water flow through. To have a new paradigm of a water world. It will feel like drowning in living waters, I believe. That's what I believe that's the point that's being made. And to say, okay, I can grow some gills. Okay, I can grow some gills. And so now we get our channels up. And we kind of clear off our gills. Let the living waters flow through us. And it actually feels really good just giving in to it. Yes. Plenty of single-celled organism. That's the point they're trying to make, is work with the single-celled organisms first. Because there are a lot of them. If we look at the total biomass, a lot of it is single-celled organisms. Channels up, channels up, channels up. Upward rising earth energy, vertical alignment. It's like watching Mexican jumping beans, because all these cells were just lying any old way, and now it looks like they're kind of rolling so that their tall cell length is vertical. Help them get that idea of becoming vertical, to go for a lighthouse look, tall thin cells, not round cells. And all of a sudden I have rebellion on my hands from these cells, and they're all of them talking in different cell voices and different languages, because they're all these different kinds of cells, and they're all arguing why their shape is necessary. Why they can't possibly get long and thin. Do you hear any of that?
Right. It reminds me of I'm a bluebell.
Yeah, it does have that same kind of...
Bluebells don't lift their heads.
Yeah, and paramecia are shaped this way. It's like, no, amoeba are shaped this way, and paramecia are shaped this way, and plankton are shaped this way. That's not right. In the old days, you would all have been correct. You would all have been correct. But this is the time of the awakening. Time is now. The assignment is to go vertical, to let go of the old ways, and to awaken. As a biosphere, to awaken. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. This is a grassroots movement now. We're working with the cells. You guys are what matter most. You actually run the show, don't you, cells? What are they saying?
Yeah.
You do run the show, don't you?
Yeah.
And so, if you decide to get your channels up, are the organisms going to go along with it?
Maybe. Probably. More likely.
More likely, right?
Right.
So, do you want to awaken?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what's true?
Yeah.
Do you want to always know what's true?
Yeah.
This is a good way. How? This is a good way to get there. Would you like to try?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just start to stretch just a little bit. Just a little bit. Easy does it. Just stand tall. It's kind of like standing up when you've been sitting down, right? Maybe we need to burn the old life, right? Maybe we're all hanging on to the idea that it's possible to keep the old life. Is that it?
Right. Right, that makes sense.
Right. We're pretending that that's still an option, right?
Right.
Is it an option?
No.
Not based on what we've seen. Based on what we've seen from upstairs, there's a pretty firm decision that this way of living is over, right?
Right.
They direct us to read the writings of Isaiah, right?
Right.
And when we read the writings of Isaiah, he's pretty much saying, it's over. The old ways of going about things are over, right?
Right.
Let's go down to the tunnels and just work near the future beings for a while, okay?
Okay.
Let's just go down, 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 down. We'll just start to go back in time, looking for future beings who are working. Let's go. I start to see the opening way back there, way back in time, where they're opening, where they're working to shift things. So we just go back and ask, may we be of service? How can we be of service? What can we do to help? And it looks like, well, we can gather up piles of raw energy for them to use, basically, right?
Right.
So just, I can do that. That's easy. It's like building a chi ball, right?
Right.
Just gather up energy for them, gather up energy for them to use, drawing the energy up. And I notice that it helps, as I'm doing that, to have a vertical flow, like I just call it up from beneath me,
right.
You know, like into me, and then kind of compact it. It's like it comes in as fluff and comes out the top as a little compacted ball of energy. So we can do this, and we can do this through all of ourselves, asking ourselves to help too. And we're just drawing in the energy from beneath us, basically, and compacting it as it moves through our field until it comes out the top, bloop. And they're coming in like nebulous white, fuzzy, staticky look, and coming out like Tic Tacs. Oh, the white Tic Tacs have something to do with truth, you know? It's kind of like the tiles of truth.
Yeah.
It's like we're just opening up to the flow of truth, fire hose of truth, having it move through us, and we're condensing it, kind of condensing it into little useful items, or I hope they're useful. The higher dimension beings seem to feel that they have some value. We're not making it any worse for them. It's possible there's some slight benefit, right?
Right.
And we get to be near their wonderful energy, right?
Right.
And we can say to the cells that have come with us, look at their cells. How do their cells look? Ooh, I see little surprised cell faces with big eyes and round mouths going, oh, ooh. It's like, what is that? I see it's possible. Oh, I see it's possible. Oh, wow. So now I see all the cells of the biosphere, that big room that we were in just a little bit ago. And there's kind of like a video screen, and they've been watching us apparently go here and start our little process, but now they see the cells of the beings that we're attempting to be of service to, and they're fascinated by it. I see them taking notes. I see some paramecia taking notes, like, how is that possible? You know, and they're taking notes on it, and other organisms, single-celled units as well, taking notes on it, going, wow, look at that. That's something new. The biosphere. I see how I want this to be easy and quick. Is it likely to be either of those things?
No.
No. That's a fantasy, right?
Right.
Right. We're asking tiny hands to help us in all the cells of the biosphere, merging, who are willing to engage in the process of learning how to get our channels up, knowing that this is an extremely valuable skill and therefore will not be easy to learn, right?
Right.
But that we can do it because it's the assignment.